What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about the power of belief in yourself. And if you haven't clicked off yet, that's good. So I just kind of want to talk about the past year of my life here a little bit. Don't want to get too existential or anything, but pretty much a couple months ago I was working at a video editing job. It was 2 days a week, and it was mostly weddings, which I fucking hated. But it paid $22 an hour, so I was like, well, this isn't that bad, I guess. And I just kept doing it. And I was working at a jam space for a bit too. And then the jam space got cut back to about a couple days a week. And then my 2 days a week video editing went to 1 day a week. And then my boss hired a little intern with no video editing experience to start getting the video editing content ready for me. So curating and getting everything ready, and then I get a pile of shit, fucking piece of shit, fucking project that I have to fix on my own time, and I only have 1 day a week. So needless to say, I got pretty pissed off at this job, and part of me wanted to keep it, and then part of me was just like, you know what, fuck this guy. So I quit that shit. You know, might not have been the best thing to do, but it was what was necessary and what I had to do, so I did it. So then I began landscaping again. I went back to my old landscaping job. A couple of my buddies work there. My bass player Shiloh works there. My old guitar player and buddy Renee works there, and you know, a bunch of my friends work there. So I went back for a bit. I was hoping to get into the film business, and I was waiting for it and waiting for it and waiting for it, and 4 or 5 months of waiting, and it still never came. So a week by week landscaping job turned into full-time landscaping again. But that didn't get me down, you know what I mean? Like, even though it wasn't what I want to be doing, I knew that I wouldn't be doing it forever. Because there's some people there. There's one guy that's worked there for 25 years, and he's had the same sites every week for 25 years. And he's the highest paid person at that company, makes $25 an hour. Now, if that's the highest I can go in that company, that is fucked. So needless to say, every Sunday, no matter what, I would wake up and put out these fucking resumes, you know, go on Craigslist, answer every ad, go on Indeed, fucking answer every ad, and then sometimes weeks later, people would contact me back, and I'm talking like every Friday I'm going to maybe 2 in-person interviews and maybe having 1 or 2 over-the-phone interviews, like going from interview to interview for personal training as well and video editing. Personal training is like one of those things. I had a really bad experience working for Steve Nash. It wasn't that bad, but at the same time, it's like, that's not what I want with my life. You know what I mean? I want to help people. I don't want to be pushing people through a sales funnel and get them to buy protein powder and get them to do functional training for their fucking desk job where they don't even need function. Like, okay, great. I don't want to go down that tangent right now, but yeah. So I kind of wanted to get back into personal training, but at the same time, I kind of didn't. And a lot of these places that were trying to hire me, it was just the same fucking business model as Steve Nash, is push people through the fucking sales funnel, and they don't give a fuck about progress or anything like that. It's just off a fucking numbers game. And honestly, I'd rather just train my friends and make those small changes. You know, like my buddies Vince and Sasha, they've been doing great. I love training those guys because they actually fucking want it. And, you know, I don't have to babysit, and I don't want to babysit. So... But anyways, so the video editing and the personal training, I was going to job interviews every fucking weekend, especially the video editing is what I more want, right? Because I have 5-6 years experience in that, and it is a well-paying thing that I enjoy doing and that I'm good at. So, yeah, after countless fucking, you know, I'd go to like an interview, be like, this is in the bag. We regret to inform you that we've chosen another candidate. I guess I asked for too much money or was too confident in the interview. And pretty much a couple months ago, I was pretty much ready to give up. Like, I was like, hey, this video editing shit's not happening. Any of my close friends know I've talked to you about this stuff. And then, yeah, pretty much one day out of the blue, I get an email from this guy and says he really liked my work and was wondering if I wanted to talk further about a video editing position. I had a bunch of other things on the table, and I didn't really get back to him probably as quickly as I should have. And the next day, he emailed me again saying that he was really interested in my work, and I was like, what the hell, this hasn't happened before. Usually I'm the one chasing. So I was like, okay, give the guy a call, blah blah blah. He says he wants me specifically, and I asked for more more money than they posted for, and pretty much they agreed to it. And I eventually met with the owners of the company that I now work for, and from all these other interviews that I'd taken, all these failures, as one would call them, really hardened me up in the interview process and got me to a point where I knew exactly what I wanted, exactly what to say, and exactly how to express what I can bring to the table and what I could do for their company, and ask the right questions. And I fucking nailed that interview. They even told me, they were like, that was fucking one of the best interviews we've ever had. And long story short, I'm starting a new job this Tuesday, running a whole video editing division all based around pot. It's kind of funny how I start working on a pot television show the same week that I quit smoking pot for good. So, everything happens for a reason. So the main thing about this, I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm better than you, because I'm not. We're all equal. But I'm trying to say, don't give up on your dreams. I do have higher dreams than this, like assimilation and stuff like that. But, it's hard to make things happen when you don't have that income coming in. But, don't give up. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. And don't fucking settle for less. Don't get stuck at a dead-end job for years that you hate just because it's safe. If you wake up every day and you go to work and you're depressed, you need to change something. And it's going to be scary. I'm kind of scared about this. I'm running a whole video editing division. Everything's on my shoulders. But at the same time, I know I thrive in that environment. And, I like being in charge. I like having like a team, and I like to be in charge of my own destiny. And if you don't want any of those things, you might be lying to yourself. Don't be happy with complacency, and don't settle for less, okay? Anyways, hope that helps anyone out there. And just Jody Thrash Lifting, and don't quit your... I was going to say don't quit your day job, but you probably should. Anyways. Well...